Hey, it's Jay. Welcome back to Lavender Living, my series where I upload a video every day in June for Pride Month. Today I'm going to be sharing some more books that had good representation in terms of asexuality and demisexuality, gray sexuality, etc. I did a video last year where I recommend some books, and since then I've read more that have good representation, and so here we go. The Last 8 by Laura Pohl has AROA's representation in the main character. This is a kind of sci-fi, kind of dystopian book where everyone just like dies because aliens come down and they kill everyone and stuff. And there are 8 people left alive. And it kind of follows the main girl on her journey to get to, I think, Area 51, where the others are staying and they're all teenagers, so it's YA. And they discover that the government was keeping some kind of spaceship in there, and they discover other things that are spoilers. But this was good because I don't remember for sure if the representation was explicit. Like on Twitter, the author had said that the character is Airways, but I can't remember if it was explicit in the actual novel. But it definitely, the character definitely says, like, I've never experienced this, or, like, the boyfriend I had, I didn't actually, like, really like him or something, I don't remember, but the representation was good from what I could tell. Technically, You Started It by Lana Wood Johnson has demisexual representation in the main female character, as well as, I believe, bisexual representation in the male character. This book is told all in, like, text form, which is always really unique. I can't remember what this book is about, honestly. I think it's just, like, these 2 high schoolers start texting because they had to work on a project together or something, and there's, like, some angst, but I can't remember. I think demisexual is actually on the page, and I think bisexual might have been as well. Radio Silence by Alice Oseman has on-page demisexual romance. I couldn't remember for sure it was, but our Jensen said it was, so I'm gonna take their word for it. And then there's also like a female-female and male-male romance thing. But the main character, the male main character, Alid, is demisexual, and there's also like an agender character. But I listened to this book on audiobook, so I can't, like, I tend to not absorb things as well when I first listen to it, and I have to, like, read it and then listen to it or whatever. And so I don't really recall if the representation was good, but from what I've heard from others it is, so, demisexual. Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand is a feminist thriller story, that I honestly really need to reread. It has a female-female romance, a black character who is also, A-Spec. I can't remember if she's asexual or demisexual because they never really, from what I remember, say the word in the text. She just says, like, I don't really want to have sex and stuff. And her boyfriend slash friend slash boyfriend later, it's on and off for a little bit, is kind of like, I realized, like, I would rather, like, not have sex than not spend every second with you or something. And she, like, they kind of have this conversation about, like, wouldn't it be too hard for you and stuff, and he's like, well, maybe, but I want to try. Don't you want to try? If anyone has read this book and can remember if they actually said the word or anything, please tell me down in the comments, because I would love to go back and, like, bookmark it and stuff, just so I can, like, for sure have the representation. But yeah, the main black girl, what is her name? Zoe, I believe, is A-Spec. And the last book I have is Beyond the Black Door by A.M. Strickland. This has a main character who is biromantic asexual. I was looking forward to this book so much because the cover's amazing and asexual representation, of course. But I DNF'd it because, honestly, it was just kind of almost too angsty and too, like, the character, she meets this guy, technically, I guess, and he's, like, obviously very bad for her, toxic and stuff. She, like, knows that, but she's also like, but it's also, like, really alluring, like, even though I don't want to, like, do nothing, like, he's still really alluring and stuff. But there is on the page asexuality, and the author has confirmed that she is asexual as well. But my issue with this is the plot, not necessarily the representation. The representation was fine from what I saw of it, like, 'cause I got like almost halfway, but it's, yeah. The plot, basically, it is a dark fantasy, I suppose, where everyone has kind of like dream landscape things, and the main character can jump into different people's dreams and kind of like see their soul and mind or something, except that's like a forbidden thing, and so she's basically not supposed to exist legally. And there's this black door that in her mind that her mother told her to never open, and then one day she does, and stuff goes to shit. It was interesting, except it just got too much for me, so I DNF'd it. But yeah, representation was sound. So that's all I've got for today. If you have any more books that you think have good asexual representation, or demisexual, gray sexual, whatever, please tell me down in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload. I upload every Wednesday except for June for Pride Month for Lavender Living, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Thanks for watching.